I seem to have made a mistake. I'm noticing we have no energy. Who let this happen? Sorry if the audio balancing is a little bit off right now. I noticed it like halfway through the last episode that I'm like, wait a minute. I'm too quiet. And I meant that more so the fact that not that I wasn't talking, but it's the fact that, oh, my volume's a little off. So I turned the game down a bunch. Hopefully, it'll be fine. You know, hopefully, that's the best that I got for us. And so with that, we're actually completely finished with all of the content the game had on release. That was pretty much it. That and a single mirror dungeon. That was all the game came with. You got 3 cantos, and you got a mirror dungeon. And the mirror dungeon was your, like, Slay the Spire, roguelike kinda dungeon crawly, node-based combat that just let you see a few different abnormalities, and that's it. And now we're sitting here with Refraction Railway, multiple excavations, multiple different kinds of mirror dungeons, got a bunch of new cantos. We have an Intervallo, which is chicken-based, which is where we're going next. Oh, what a glorious time we're here for, huh? It's chicken time. Who's ready for chicken? No. I'll wait that for when we get into Canto 4. It's chicken time. Who's ready for chicken? Hey, nice hill you got here. Looking good. Nice. Don't you hate it when all your skin sloughs off your body? And then you get saved by Enoch? Oops. That's unfortunate. Oh, fun fact. So, you may say that this is an intervallo, however the hell you pronounce it. It's an intermission. It's your, like, this is not the main quest chunk of content, but they are, like, required for the plot. Like, this is still canon, and it's gonna be relevant to what's coming up. It's just like a little bite-sized mini arc within the greater arc that is to be coming. It's just like Act 1, you know? Apparently, these are gonna stop being voice acted. They're really trying to kick up production, and with the controversies, which we'll get to. I haven't actually been able to cover those almost at all. Actually, I can cover one of them now that I think about it. Oh, God. Oh, gotcha gamers are the troglodytes of the internet. I guess that includes me now. But yeah, apparently they're gonna stop having these intervals, stop being voice acted so that they can start churning these out. And I know we got one coming up soon. We're having a Christmas-themed one sometime this month, so... Huh. Like, non-voice acted cutscenes have already existed, but they're usually for, like, weird sub-mechanic. I'm very unsure where they fit into the timeline. Like, I was kind of hoping they would, like, show up, but no, there's actually a few cutscenes we might have missed, because they came out around this point. They're for, like, cutscenes that aren't related to a specific location. They're based off Mephistopheles, and they're just random happenings about, like, what's up with Mephistopheles, and I'm unsure where they fit into the plot. But anyway, controversy. Oh boy, I can at least cover one of them. So, you know how I told you that they made an identity for Enclair, the one who shall grip, and Faust, the one who grips. There's a Faust Cromer. Well, a lot of people got mad. I'm not sure how widespread this one was. This is a bit more of a down-low kind of controversy, and I'm nigh certain a chunk of the people were doing it ironically. But people did get mad. The validity of such is questionable, because I did not see it as expansive as the other following controversies, but it did still exist, and it's worth talking about as a footnote, that they were mad that there was effectively a canon ship, because, you know, Faust only gives a shit about Claire, and is thirsty, therefore. And a lot of people really got fucking mad about that, because they're degenerates. people are not allowed to be in a relationship that is confirmed in any capacity, even if it is in a literal alternate dimension that will like never be brought up again. Whoops. The timeline where Cromer wins is too good. We can't have that happening. And so they got all pissy about it. And then they immediately, like, did it again. Something like that again happened in, like, there have been a few identities that are, like, tied together. Like, obviously, we have identities that are part of, like, a faction. And sometimes that involves relationships. And, like, every time, I'm seeing at least somebody getting pissed. It's great. 10 out of 10. 100 out of 100. Never change internet.
어? 저기 뭐?
Let's get some chicken.
유난히 줄 서 있는 사람들이 많네.
There's your backstory prerequisite out of the way.
이 짜릿한 향기를 모르겠어? 치킨이잖아. 그래. 그것도 비싼 오일로 바삭하게 튀긴.
K사에서 요새 대유행 중인 보살 치킨을 모르다니 아직 K사는 헛돌아다니신 모양이군요.
Hello?
보살 치킨. 그게 무엇인가요? 답변 드립니다. 보살 치킨이란 다리 6개, 날개가 8개 달린 맛도 양도 보살이라고 명성이 자자한 치킨 가게죠.
8 wings? I mean, okay. I guess people have chicken wings, but they
심지어
don't
그대의
have
취향이
chicken.
무엇이든
I guess they have
맞춰드립니다.
thighs. Yeah, fair
육질이 좋은
enough.
육감 치킨, 살이 유독 많은 퉁퉁 치킨, 살이 쫄깃한
They
질감
just
치킨.
mutated the shit out of chickens
뭘
just to get more
원하십니까?
meat. Huh, couldn't be us.
언젠가 들어본 적 있는 것 같소.
웬일이래? 요즘 소식엔 누구보다도 둔할 것 같은 우리 이상 씨가.
그래서 넌 뭔데? 함부로 남 이야기에 끼어드는 꼬라지를 보니까 우리가 누구인지 제대로 모르는 모양이네.
우리가 그래서 누군데요?
저런 가게 앞을 돌아다니고 있는 저건 무엇일까요? 썩
Who
정상으로
are you?
보이진 않는데 말이죠.
Where did you come from, mystery man? I see that K on your chest. So clearly you work somewhere around here, but who the hell are you?
얼굴에 알 수 없는 가면을 뒤집어 쓰고 있는 자들이 보인다.
마스코트 뭐 그런 거 아닐까요?
Sinclair, are you okay?
귀엽게 생겼을 것 같기도
How are you holding up?
그 마스코트를 보고 손님들이 소리를 지르면서 도망가는데요.
좀 미심쩍지만 그냥 가만히 있자고. 우리한테 딱히 다가오는 것 같지도 않고 쓸데없는 소란에 휩싸이는 건 사양하게.
그렇네요. 딱히 다가오지는 않는군요.
아니, 그 길가에 있는 돌멩이는 갑자기 왜 줍는 거지? 응? 정치불명의 양반?
What the fuck?
어이쿠, 실수였습니다. 이걸 어쩌죠?
뻔뻔하네. 정확히 머리를 후려버렸잖아.
우와, 자세도 상당히 안정적이었어요.
감사합니다. 과거의 도시 야구 선수가 꿈이었거든요.
그럼 그대로 대가리째 홈런을 쳐주지. 기다려.
다가오는 속도가 빨라지고 있습니다. 제 머리를 홈런 시키기 전에 저것부터 해결해야 할 것 같은데요.
This guy's pretty fucking cool, I gotta be honest. Real smooth operator out here, even if he is like fucking us over actively right now. Chicken.
달기네. 그것도 생달기네요.
하늘 품은 달기 지옥에서부터 기어나온 것 같은 모습이구만. 그 뭐냐? 그 지난번에 싱클레어가 뼈 바르기 힘들다고 닭날개를 남겨서 그런 게 아닐까? 아무리 생각해도 그거밖에 안 떠오르거든.
What the fuck? Gregor.
이젠 그런 거에 안 놀라요. 그리고 결국 그것마저 로자 씨가 가져가서 남김없이 드셨어요.
이렇게 된 거 싸우는 수밖에 별다른 수가 없겠군요.
Yes, if it wasn't obvious, the little, Intercuro, whatever the hell they're called, I have immediately forgotten again. They're the bit more lighthearted sections of the game. We're going into the chicken dungeon. Ah, damn. Random man showed up. Pissed him off. Oh, shit, I need a new team. Now, this is like a little baby. You know, this is a baby section. Here, let's do something a bit fun. Here, it seems thematically fitting. Let's use Encore. Well, actually, let me show off, like, the best units. There's a Heath. There's also a Dawn, but I'm not going to use her. She's bad. Okay, that's all of them.
이곳에
The boys. And then I'll just casually just walk over here and equip the units that I want trained up on my own time. To ignore what I'm doing over here. None of you see this, you know. This is all, you know, background stuff. You know, you don't need to be looking at this. It's not important or anything. Gregor has, like, no units I ever want to use. I guess you, because it's funny. Alright, let's N-Corp it up.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할
Fun
겁니다.
fact, like, the Guido Merceau is kind of bad. It's unfortunate, but yeah, he's pretty bad. I like him, though. He's pretty fun, though. See, that's the important distinction, is that he's still a fun unit. And he's, like, required if you're going to be doing the whole N-Corp team. Because they all have, like, passives related to, like, having a full team of N-Corp.
우리들에게
Like here,
이따 파도 별것도 아니잖아요.
N-Corp Kleinhammer,
부르셨나요?
N-Corp Middle Hammer. They're actually the different tiers of enemies we fought. These have the small hammer. These have the medium hammer. Dawn has the big hammer. Guido, Cromer, and then Alt, Timeline, and Claire. Sinclair, nice.
무슨
Like you can see here, when an ally is defeated, lose 10 in SP and gain 1 blunt power next turn. If 4 or more surviving units in the team, including this unit, are from N-Corp, coin power +1. That's an insane buff, but it means you have to be using a full N-Corp team, a la we are. And
고회는 나중에.
we actually have whistles, too. Like, this whole whistling thing that Cromer was doing is our mechanic. And that actually makes N-Faust really good if you can activate this. Start of the combat phase, heal 2 allies with least SP for 15 SP. Insane. If the ally is from N-Corp, apply to Fanatic. Fanatic raises the final skill power by the effects count against units that have nails. Applies to clashes as well. Which, yes, all these people inflict nails except for N-Claire because he's a cheater. And these are just N-Corp or K-Corp dudes, but they have chickens. I don't know. Ignore them.
참여하게 되리라.
Well, ignore the game lag. That's a teaser. So yeah, nails work slightly differently when they're yours. Turn start, gain 1 bleed, and increase the bleed count by 1. Or in case it's gain 1 bleed, increase the bleed count by 2. And then so on and so forth. Then have this effect count rounded down. So yeah. It's effectively like a weird bleed count stim. It's kind of weird. It works. It's fine. Usually you mainly do it just because Fnatic makes it so if you're hitting someone that has nail, you get big numbers. It's very nice.
정화
And look, they're using the move that would have forcibly staggered. Execution. Oh, so nice. Honestly, like, Cromer Faust, N-Faust, was like the de facto Faust for almost a year.
이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
No other Faust kept up. Like, she's not the absolute best, but it's the fact that she has a unique debuff right here, inflicting gaze, the same gaze, you know, I was talking about, makes enemies take plus 20% pierce and blunt damage, is so good. Because guess what? They only do pierce and blunt damage when they're from N-Corp, so that's just a flat plus 20% damage to the whole team. It's insane.
정화
2단을 정화해야 된다.
And for the longest time, Heathcliff, he actually had a unique debuff that was exclusive to him for quite a while. Plus coin power drop. It's a more consistent but weaker version of paralysis, where paralysis for one clash reduces coin power to 0, plus coin power drop just to the flat amount that all coins for that entire round of combat get a minus to that
놀라운
degree.
한방이네요.
So for example, you have coin power +5 and you have 2 minus coin drop, and instead drops your coins to be +3. Crazy. Especially if you apply it to a boss. For a while, that was like the one niche that a Heath ID had that wasn't just grabbing Heath.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까.
Nice. No, I
그렇겠죠?
got hot boxes. I was an idiot and accidentally spent it all. Anyway, there's like a, plot I've heard so much about, conceptually.
자, 급한 볼일은 끝났으니까
We all
본론으로
look
들어가자고.
chickens.
아직 신원도 파악되지 않은 안경 양반.
반론합니다. 그 호칭은 같은 안경 동지로서 섭섭하군요.
아하, 그런 건가? 미안하게
Gregor,
됐어.
why do you keep doing this to
신원
people?
같은 기본적인 인적 사항은 사망 신고를 할 때도 쉽게 파악이 가능하다.
제 소개를 미처 드리지 못했군요. 명함 받으시죠? 3조라고 합니다.
K사 식량 자원 계량부의 연구소 소속? 하! 그럴듯한 단어만 잔뜩 써주면 넘어갈 줄 알았냐?
Heathcliff, please.
물론이죠. 납득과 설명은 제 전문입니다. 그러니 진정하고 잘 들으세요. 아까의 전투에서 당신들의 모습을 매우 인상 깊게 보았습니다. 특히 눈앞에서 동료가 죽어가는 광경에도 아랑곳하지 않고 적들을 후드려 패던 모습 말입니다. 심지어 몇몇 동료분은 손가락질을 하며 비웃기도 하더군요.
발목을 잡는 자들이라면 아군이고 뭐고 개의치 않아야 한다.
여러분들도 보시다시피 이 가게 앞을 점령 중인 정체불명의 닭들로 인해 피해가 이만저만이 아닙니다.
근데
사장님도 몸져 누워 계시다가 방금 막 일어나셨죠. 말씀하시면 됩니다.
그러니까 우리 치킨집은 몇 달 전 은봉이네 호프집이라는 닭집에 맞은편에 오픈하였습니다. 저희 체인점의 우수한 혈통의 닭을 사용한 맛과 푸짐한 양으로 인해 은봉이네 호프집의 손님들까지 모두 저희 가게로 넘어온 건 당연한 수순이었죠. 그런데 은봉이네 호프집의 주인이 그 사실에 충격을 먹었던 건지 다 같이 망해보자는 마음인지 돌연 기행을 일삼는 것이 아니겠습니까?
아니 뭐 그 경쟁 업소에서 견제 좀 할 수도 있는 거 아니겠어?
저게 뭐야?
뭐죠? 닭을 지휘하는 건가요?
보통 기행이 아니었군. 얼마나 앙심을 품면 사람이 저렇게 되지?
생체 개조라도 한 것 같은 생닭들이 가게에 무단 침입을 하면서 기물을 파손하지 않나? 보신 것처럼 이젠 닭들을 뒤집어 쓴 사람들까지 생겨나고 있어요. 이대로 가다가는 가게에 크나큰 경제적 손실이 생길 겁니다.
이상 눈물 나는 이야기였습니다. 여러분이 나서서 이 사건을 해결해 주실 수 있겠습니까?
아무리 그래도 우린 치킨집 의뢰 같은 건 안 받는다.
평생 이용권. 의뢰를 해결해 드리면 이 매장을 평생 이용할 수 있는 파격적인 혜택을 드리도록 하죠.
Damn, and we have a lot of those.
평생 이용권이요? 아니, 우리 체인점에 그런 게 있는...
시식용 치킨도 몇 개 준비해 왔습니다.
예?
자, 질서 있게 한 줄로 서서 받으세요. 닭의 유명 혈통별로도 종류가 있으니 취향껏 골라보시고요. 혈통마다 자랑하는 부위의 맛이 다르고 향도 풍부하다고 하죠.
This is a lot of effort for just
한
some
가지
fried
맛만
chicken.
골라야 하는 것이요? 다 맛있어 보이는데.
다른 맛은 미래를 위한 기대감으로 남겨두는 것은 어떻습니까? 평생 이용권이 있다면 모두 해결될 고민일 텐데요.
오, 그거 참 반박할 수 없는 말이군.
I mean, he just bought our
어쩌시겠습니까?
work with a bunch of fried chicken. Yeah, I can get behind that.
그거 나쁘지 않은 의뢰군.
저기요. 우리는 황금 닭다리가 아니라 황금 가지를 찾는 게 목적 아니었어요? 언제부터?
못 들었어? 바삭한 닭을 평생 먹게 해준다잖아.
개수 제한은 없는 거지? 그냥 끝없이 주는 거지? 포장도 되는 거고. 이러고 있으니까 옛날 생각난다. 알 사람 있으려나 모르겠네. 햄햄팡팡에서 파는 갓튀긴 치킨도 진짜 맛있었는데.
I'm amazed that it
난
took them
알아.
this long to bring it up.
어쩌다 돈이 생기는 날엔 조직원들이랑 외식하러 가기도 했지.
파우스트 씨, 빨리 말해주세요. 무슨 사칙이나 조항 같은 거 있을 거 아니에요.
그러죠. 의뢰를 수락하겠어요.
예? 아니, 파우스트 씨, 혹시 정신이 잠깐 나가신 거예요?
이스마일, 아무리 그래도 말은 가렸어 좀.
글쎄요. 파우스트는 대체로 정신이 나가 있는 편이니까.
오랜만에 다 같이 마음이 좀 통하네. 어?
정확히 말하자면 뒤틀림 현상의 해결이죠, 단테.
Hey, this is the first time we are in fact dealing with a distortion and not an abnormality. Weird that we have to get this as like an explanation, but yeah, no, in game we have never met these
대중적으로
before.
공표된 적은 없으니까요.
What a weird prospect to not know that.
통상적으로 인간이라 부를 수 없는
Ah,
형태로 변하는
back to our
현상이라고
youthful
하죠.
days of ignorance.
원인은 불명, 형태도 제각각이었지.
설명만 들어서는 모르겠네요. 환상체 같은 건가?
아니, 그들은 환상체랑은 다르게 알로 변하지 않는다. 완전히 숨이 끊어지기도 하지. 전에 몇 번 본 적도 있었다.
회사 내부에는 뒤틀림 현상 자문 해결사가 속해 있는 부서인 LCD가 존재해요. 작은 규모의 부서이긴 하지만 그만큼 눈여겨보고 있는 현상이라는 뜻이죠. 맞아요. 사람이 단순히 미쳐버린 것만으로는 생각들을 갑자기 진두지휘할 수는 없으니까요.
역시 그렇죠? 파우스트 씨가 잠깐 헷가닥 하신 줄 알고 제가 직접 나서서 정신을 차리게 해야 하나 싶었잖아요.
왜 방금까지 메이스를 꽉 쥐고 있었던 거지, 이스마일?
옳소! 사상자가 생기기 전에 우리가 나서야지 않겠어? 입에 소스 묻었다 꼬맹이.
그럼 의뢰를 수락한 걸로 알고 연락을 기다리고 있겠습니다.
Nice. Side quest acquired. This is actually where the stew soup egos came from, because all of these events usually have 2 identities and 2 egos. The soup ego came from here, and the 2 chef egos or IDs came here. They're these ones. There's RB Chef de Cuisine Ryoshu and RB Sous Chef. And if you actually look at their little... I haven't actually shown off a lot of the cutscenes. But if you actually watch the cutscenes, it's very apparent. This is straight up just Pierre from Ruina. This is actually one of the first ones we got that was just straight up... It's just a Ruina character, 1-to-1. Same thing with him. This is this is Jack. Pierre's sous chef. And they both actually have extremely good support passives related to healing, so I actually use them a ton. Similarly to Jack. Very nice, actually. And, the Pierre ID was absurdly broken on Ryoshu until, like, for a time it was Ryoshu's best ID until Warp came out. Off we go to kill some chickens. We must resolve this distortionary phenomenon. Unfortunately, we did not get any. We did not get any chicken IDs. We did still get some. We did still get some soup ego, which is funny, but. And just like before, they are still actively hard to kill because they're still K-Corp units and are healing a ton every turn. But we'll get them eventually. Why, yes, all of their animations are extremely satisfying, if you were wondering. God, I love the N-Corp crew. If you'll actually notice, N-Clair is actually the first example we've ever run into something like this. If we get the, another way, I'll show it off. Okay, good. If you'll notice, everyone's slowly gaining sanity except for N-Clair. That's because N-Clair, all of his skills are minus coin skills. -4, -12, -2. So you actually want him to roll tails because he has no way of increasing the power, only decreasing it. This is actually an interesting phenomena, as lower sanity is the positive for him. Like on use, lose 15 sanity, on use, lose 10, and on use, lose 7. So it's actually, you need to keep a big yawn, a tightrope walk of maintaining his sanity to be low to maintain his clash power and damage potential, but don't get it so low that he corrodes and starts blowing up his own team. The problem with, however, is that a big balancing part of this game is, let's say this was... let's give this for example. We'll go to you. This is a 4 + 4, so this would go to 4, 8, 12, 16. Let's say he clashes with someone and he loses that first clash. So he'll lose this coin and it'll be gone. So it'll just be 4, 8, 12. It can now no longer roll that 16, so it gets easier and easier to lose those clashes. So if you start losing clashes, you have a harder and harder time to actually deal the damage. And even if you win the clash afterwards, 4, 8, 12 is the max amount of damage you can get. You're losing out on that other coin. Negative coin IDs, however, have the unique property of, let's say, again, he only rolls heads, 30, 18, 6, 0. So he rolls a floor of 0. He loses this clash, and it goes 18, 6. It went up. So, when he was fighting someone that he shouldn't be winning up against, like, let's say he has a lot of, like, positive sanity, he made his clash better. And then if he loses again, it goes down to 18, which is still, like, which is the peak of what he could roll on his skill 3. You know, 4, 8, 12, 16. No, Deolus, I'm not. There's actually only a 16. But the fact that Enclair can roll an 18 on one skill of his skill 3, that's insane. And there's a good reason why Enclair is top 3 IDs in, like, the entire game. Negative point IDs are potentially super broken, and there's only 2 in the game. You see, but I don't let pride exist in my soul because I am free of sin. I instead get to be a little bit more picky with the sins that I partake upon, and I like sloth. Sloth has always been my my sin of choice. I'm not very much so a prideful person.
이런 상황인데도 어떻게 끝을 보이는
Like, if I'm gonna burn in hell, I'm gonna choose it the way that I want. I'm not gonna embody all the sins. Come on now, I'm really no jack of all trades, master of none. I gotta min-max my slothfulness. Of course, that's exactly what I meant. I'm glad you're able to read between the lines and absolutely extrapolate that I definitely meant that. And as is, of course, the slothful way. I need to not say the correct things and just lazily, like, lambaste my way through a sentence and hope other people just glean the correct meaning.
당연한 결과죠. 저는
Sloth
선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Oh, hell yeah. You see, hate is not wrath, and therefore, inherently, they're not one and the same. Therefore, I can hate things and not be wrathful, then yeah, sure. I'm objectively a bad person.
간단해요. 뒤틀림이 생긴 이의 마음을 열게 하면 될 겁니다. 경계를 풀고 스스로 마음을 내보일 수 있도록 말이죠.
그렇군. 견갑골을 꺼내야 하나? 아니면 복장뼈?
속을 직접 내보이는 방법이라 그 방식도 흥미롭군요.
생닭들이 돌아다니고 있어요. 위생에 좋지 않을
Posted viruses in my chat. If you made a clip of the... What's my streamer stat? I don't even know what that is. I would assume if I'd go on Twitch, I'd probably get a prompt for it, but... Chicken!
그래서 이 닭들을 족치면 그 집에서 치킨을 평생 먹을 수 있다는 거지?
Anyway, what I was saying is, if you made a clip of me saying that I am objectively a bad person, that's a bit I've been doing on and off throughout the years. It's not the first time or even the 5th time I've done that. But I've carefully spread them out over the last, like, 3 years of streaming. You'll never find it.
끄덕.
히스클리프 씨!
Oh. Can I... Are we able to fix that? Oh. Oh no. Oh, okay, all I saw when I saw this is I'm like, oh man, I wonder what that would look like on the sprite sheet. And then I'm like, oh man, that reminds me of thumbnails. And then I'm like, you know, I immediately just had the thought of, what if this episode's thumbnail was just a plate of chicken? No context, there's no gameplay, it's just chicken. And speaking of thumbnails, I have a random habit of going into like an absurd amount of effort into something no one will notice, and then making the entire rest of the thumbnail super average. Like in the most recent one I uploaded is just a picture of Sinclair, but I'm like, I can't just do that.
시계 대가리는
So I decided to go
닭대가리.
out of my way to make a
무슨
unique
차이가
facial
있다고
sprite
유명한지
for him
모르겠고.
by editing one of his bloodied sprites when he got the shit beat out of him to make him a bit more demure and subdued, because all of his bloodied sprites have him
Cliffy
clenching
씨.
his teeth.
괜찮으세요?
So I... Oh no, that's not healthy.
있지.
So I went through all the effort to make a new facial sprite for him that don't look too close. It looks bad when you start getting up close to it. But no one's gonna notice that. I don't know why I took all the time to do that. But there it is
저걸
now.
보시오. 히스클리프 씨가 다른 닭들과 대화를 나누고 있어.
Chicken.
수다쟁이가 되었네요, 히스클리프 씨.
히스클리프 씨가 대화를 한다기보단 얼굴에 씌워져 있는 저 닭이 히스클리프 씨의 몸을 빌려서 말하는 것 같군요.
나는 실수. 히스클리프 씨와 나중에 타오르는 석양의 해결사들 코스프레를 같이 하고 싶었단 말이오. 생닭머리를 해가지고선 그 코스튬을 해봤자 저대로는 비웃음만 당할 것이오.
Oh yeah, I did say I was gonna do that. I don't know. I forgot. I forgore.
이 닭대가리 도저히 못 봐주겠군. 정신이 바짝 돌아오도록 만들어주지.
Just cut his head off and regrow it. Come on. No.
타격 소리가 적군의 포로를 심문할 때의 세계와 유사했다.
정신 차릴 기색이 보이지 않는다. 어쩔 수 없겠어. 닭머리를 통째로 뽑아내겠다.
그렇게 막 무 뽑듯이 뽑아도 되는 거야? 그러다가 얼굴 가죽이라도 벗겨지면 어떡해?
답답하군. 설사 얼굴 가죽이 벗겨져도 관리자님이 계시니까 괜찮은 거다.
No one listens to Dante. Hey, we fixed it.
정신이 드나?
이번에 왜 이상한 국물이?
히스, 계속 이상한 말들을 중얼거리면서 닭들이랑 진지하게 대화를 나눴어. 기억나?
그러고 보니 뭔가 대화가 머릿속에 들어왔던 것 같기도 한데 뭐라더라? 무슨 레시피를 잃어버렸다고 했는데 손님을 모이게 하는 비장의 요리법이었는데 그게 없어진 이후론 손님이 발길을 뚝 끊어서 그 후론 주인님이 갑자기 이상해지더니 우리들을 감염시키고.
지금 닭들이랑 우리라고 한 거예요?
A little bit of chicken on the burger.
진짜 아직까지도 닭도리들의 영향이 혼란스럽군.
쟤네 이름이 닭돌이였나요?
얼추 근접한 답안에 도달해낸 것 같군요. 뒤틀림에 대해 밝혀진 건 많이 없지만 선악, 아니 마음이 산산이 허물어졌을 때 발생한다고 알려져 있죠. 가령 홍무 씨가 도시를 살아가면서 절대 변하지 않을 거라고 확신했던 믿음이 있었을 거예요. 혹은 삶을
it's fine.
지탱하고 있던 희망이라 불리는 무언가가
Sion
있었을 수도 있겠죠.
Sion left the Discord of his own volition. I'm not gonna bother him to come back. It's his choice.
그게 한순간에 무너졌다면 나를 놓아버리게 될 정도로 커다란 충격을 받는
Harassment is no
마음이
good.
허물어지겠죠.
뭐 그럴 수도 있겠네요.
뭐 잘난 도련님 인생에서 일어난 대단한 충격이라 봤자 용돈 뺏기는 거 아니겠어?
용돈은 받은 적도 없었던걸요? 원할 때마다 쓸 수 있었는데 굳이 받을 필요는 없잖아요.
뭐야? 그럼 뭐였는데?
Be nice. Simon left of his own accord. It's
알고
fine.
있다고 생각했는데 지금은 떠오르지 않네요.
즉, 정리를
Simon will be
해드리자면
back whenever he's ready. If it happens.
뒤틀림은
And if not,
발생자만
that's
알 수
also
있는
fine.
원인 모를 심리적 충격으로 인해 벌어진 현상. 단단히 마음의 벽을 쌓아올린 상태라고 말할 수 있죠. 이 벽을 뒤틀림이 원하는 방식을 통해서 허물어야 합니다.
여기서 뒤틀림이 원하는 방식이라 한다면? 당뇨리겠군 그래.
Oh, Forrest has already been suffering in every single episode of Tales of Symphonia. Don't worry.
전쟁통에서 남은
Okay,
음식을
now you're getting weird.
전우들에게 통조림을 이용한 요리를 해준 적이 많았지. 트라우마에 시달리던 군인들도 전부 감동의 눈물을 흘리며 다 같이 퍼먹었어. 방금 누가 콧김 소리를 냈던 것 같은데 내가 잘못 들은 거겠지?
웃기는군. 벌털 주제에 어디서 요리를 운운하는 거지? 니놈 차라리 그 집게로 햄버거 패티나 굽는 편이 낫겠군.
와, 그레고르 씨가 가게를 차린다면 집게 사장이 되는 거네요?
요슈, 그거 벌레 털보란 뜻이었지. 아이, 그래도 뭔가 집게 사장이라는 호칭은 마음에 드는군. 아이, 갑자기 머리가.
요리는 말이지. 혀, 그리고 거미 시키는 대로 하는 것이다. 전쟁통에서 마구잡이로 해먹은 음식을 진정 요리라고 부를 가치가 있는가?
오, 방금 명대사 나왔어.
심지어 료슈 씨가 줄여 말하지도 않았어요.
있어 보이는 말이긴 하지만 저자한테서 들으니까 기분이 거시기하군. 아니 그런데 요리는 해본 적이 있나, 료슈?
It is cutscene time. You will get an
지답지
answer
않은
after.
이놈이 상상조차 할 수 없는 경지의 요리를 해봤지.
아니 이거 점점 열받네.
그럼 나는 료슈 편.
아니 갑자기 편을 나누는 이유는 뭐지?
재밌잖아.
그리고 자연스럽게 료슈 편에 선 이유는?
그래, 우린 그동안 너무 가까웠어. 오늘만큼은 벽을 좀 더 보자고.
그러니까 저 자식을 박살내면 이긴다 이거지?
응? 아니 박살내는 게 아니라
설마 부하들에게 통조림을 먹였다는 말인가? 군인의 수치군. 참고로 난 즉석식품파다.
그냥 입맛이 다른 것 뿐이잖아.
유치하네요 정말. 이런 걸로 편가르기나 하고 싶어요. 그래서 이수는 어느 쪽이야? 만약에 수감자 음식 담당자를 그렉이나 류슈 중에 꼭 한 명 선택해야 한다면 말이야.
수작 부리지 마. 이스마엘 저 친구는 초반부터 나랑 생각이 좀 통했던 사이라고. 이스마엘?
그레고르 씨의 통조림 음식은 소시적에 배 위에서 지긋지긋하게 많이 먹어서요.
왜 눈을 못 마주치는 거야, 이스마엘? 어?
God, I love this scene.
사실 이전에 버스에서 닭꼬치를 먹을 때 나 보고 말았어. 저자가 무슨 짓을 했는지.
닭꼬치 뭘 했는데?
그건 참아. 입에 담을 수조차 없어.
아,
Absolutely, I
이런,
trust
이런.
Gregor,
그걸
100%.
보고만 건가?
닭꼬치의 궁극적인 맛을 내기 위한 나만의 비법이었지.
Apparently, she's shuddering for a long time. Yeah.
살면서 애완동물 사료 같은 음식들도 한 번쯤은 먹어봐야 하지
Okay,
않겠어요?
Honglu, you're being very
전
rude.
그레고르 씨를 응원할게요.
Why is it like
그래. 그거 참 고마워.
it's like more people on Gregor's side are less so on his side and more so like hating Ryoshu, or I guess in Honglu's case,
파우스트,
hating Gregor.
당신의 말로
This
누구보다
sucks.
합리적인 선택을 할 수 있겠지?
글쎄요. 파우스트는 종종 모험을 즐기기도 하죠.
God damn it. Waifu team. This is bullshit.
이해가 안 돼요. 왜 이렇게 저희끼리 편을 나누는 거예요?
어이, 그태 말 늦이다. 살아남을 길을 고르든가 아니면 꺼져.
그딴 태평한 말을 하기에는 늦었다는 건가요? 그럼
Yeah, alright, that one makes sense at least.
아니 협박으로 데려가는 게 어디 있어? 반칙이잖아.
나는 선택하지 않겠소. 그대들에게 경험을
Yi-song, you
골라
can't
주겠소.
abstain. Come on.
저건 필요 없어. 가져.
God damn it. Gregor's side is one fuck Ryoshu, one I don't care about Gregor, and one I abstain. Also his Merso.
메르소? 아 사실 좀 감동받았어. 비록 우리가 평소에 많은 대화를 나누지 못했지만
Gregor,
이렇게
absolute
먼저
top tier
다가와줘서
sinner.
그저 적은 인원수가 있는 곳으로 가는 편이 올바른 균형이라고 생각했다.
Great. This is why I was always being like, man, even though Gregor got the Chapter 1 syndrome, my god, 10 out of 10 character, the best. Oh. Also, man, god, his voice actor's so good. Oh. Ten out of 10, 100 out of 100.
어망직식 따위. 알게 뭐야.
어차피
And this is why those two got those particular identities.
아, 그래. 우리는 뒤틀림을 해결하는 게 목표라며.
방해하면 다 베어버린다.
Perfect. Good chicken arc acquired.
불로
Let's go kill some
깨끗한 세계를
chickens.
세우라.
Yeah. Alright, well, anyway, you did ask a question. Which one's my favorite Fire Emblem game? Okay, so there's multiple avenues of that one.
이만하면 순항이죠.
If we want to talk about the one that I have an unfair bias towards, because it was the first one I like properly played, then Awakening. I really like that one. That's a good one. That one's got some problems though. I haven't played it recently enough, and like I haven't played it since I last played it because I haven't had a 3DS in 300 years. So that one I'm kind of leaving into more of like a spiritual place in my heart.
아무튼 놀라운 한방이네요.
The other ones I specifically make note of are 3 houses give you the most control to just be dumb and have a lot of stupid fun. Like 10 out of 10, the amount of creative control over you have over that game. That game's plot and like characters are an absurdly mixed bag. some good highs, some major lows. Burn it down.
이런 상황인데도
But
어떻게 끝을
Three House is real solid overall. I'd say it's a solid game. And then the other one that makes a notable example is Genealogy, FE4. That one probably had some of my favorite gameplay, and it has probably the best story. And until you get to like part 2, then things start getting real tedious. It's like Three Houses is probably the best gameplay, and Genealogy probably has the best story. That seems like safe enough for me. And then the rest of them are like kind of just solid. Like there's none that like seem to particularly stand out in my mind that I like or dislike beyond that, other than Radiant Dawn, because it's the only Fire Emblem game I have given up on. Which, yeah, for people at home, that's the stream that I was actually doing before Limbus Company. I was originally doing Radiant Dawn and got so fucking bored. Not only did I want to stop playing, it's that no one kept watching it. It was just me standing there in silence playing an extremely tedious, grindy Fire Emblem game. All about hallways, choke points, and tedium. It wasn't bad, it was just extremely slow and boring, and the only one who wanted to watch it was Forrest, and he's just like, yeah, this is mid as fuck. And he's the one who picked the game. So, bleh. My god, speaking of which, I got a fucking backlog going on right now. You know what? I've never actually, like, listed off. This is for people who don't know it. Let me go see. For those of you who don't know what my backlog is, because I've actually just finished processing all the rest of the Persona 5 episodes. The only thing I have left to do is just upload them, and then I need to make a thumbnail for the final episode. I just haven't come up with a good idea for that one, because I usually like to have my final episodes be a little special. You know, they're a little bit more serious, but I haven't come up with one for Persona 5. So my computer's lagging like a motherfucker right now. Ow! Fuck. Alright, let me see here. Eventually. God, it's really not happy right now. Streaming and playing a game and doing the cardinal sin of browsing my uploads. Oh, Jesus. Okay, what do I have in a backlog? Alright, I have the final 3 episodes of Day Shift to upload. God, that's gonna be a fucking tonal shift for people who don't know. Fucking Day Shifted Freddy's. Which, for people who don't know, was probably my second favorite game that I played all of last year. Dear God. I'm waiting for the rest of it to load. I can't see the rest right now. So Persona 5's finished. After that is Kingdom Hearts 1. So I did a Kingdom Hearts playthrough. Then Kingdom Hearts into Deadly Premonition, which got canceled because Scion hated it and it was very funny. Then we did Dark Cloud. Dark Cloud 1 got canceled because that game was, like, shockingly boring to play. Now, okay, not that it was boring to play, it's that it wasn't the most engaging thing to just sit there and watch, and we just wanted to move on. That was more of like an amenable, you know, subtraction. Then I did Trails in the Sky 2. That game only got, I won't spoil. So Trails in the Sky 2. Then I did Majora's Mask, also high. Majora's Mask... What's next that I haven't uploaded yet? I think I did a single episode of Dark Cloud 2 just to see. Yeah, that one's there. So then Majora's Mask. Oh, I effectively got paid to do a single episode of Honkai Star Rail because I'm always complaining about gacha garbage, and it was one of the most tedious and annoying games I've played, and I gave up after an hour and a half. Fucking hated the voice acting on that game, so that VOD's never seeing the light of day. What else? Then I did Yakuza 0. That was the thing I had done just before this one. I had just finished Yakuza 0. Then I'm seeing if there's any side games that I had missed. Oh, I actually uploaded the Slay the Princess VOD. Yeah, then it was Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Okay. So that's all of them. Kingdom Hearts, Day Shift, Yakuza. I'll probably upload the Trails in the Sky once, and then a few canceled playthroughs that I just never, did a full playthrough of. I got a fucking backlog, god damn. I'm not looking forward to having to make thumbnails for a fucking Yakuza game. Oh, Jesus. Chicken. Hi, welcome to Chicken.
그딴 레시피 따위. 어차피 깡통 요리 중 하나 아닌가?
생존 요리로 이길 레시피는 없지.
어이 노랭이, 닭 가져와.
Would you call
시상씨,
Sinclair's
미안하지만
hair
이 통조림을 좀
champagne
따주겠어?
colored? Not really. Also, I don't know if this was ever explicitly confirmed, but I never drew attention to it. But the chickens are called bongies. And
시간 됐네.
I'm almost certain, because people were like, you know, back when this game was coming out, because this was like the first like content, like chapter content update. So people were looking into the files of the game and all that. See, the aka bongi.
우리들에게 이
I
값
am nigh certain they're just called bong in the files, and people lost their fucking mind briefly because there was a recent like interview where they actually talked about bong bong, the god, the myth, and then immediately people notice in the file something just named bong is appearing in the next chapter. I'm 100% full fan theory, knowing that they named them bongi just to fuck with people.
아무튼
It's tongue-in-cheek reference to Bong Bong, but it's also funny that they did it just to fuck with people. I subscribe to that theory. No, that's a good one.
효과적이네요. 참, 이런
That was a
상황인데도
brief period of time
어떻게
before this would come out.
끝이
We only get a brief chunk of time before the next chapter rolls in. We got it all those hopes and dreams scattered onto
사냥이
the wind.
성공적이었네요.
Ah.
그림대로 사냥을 끝내러 가보죠.
Yeah, because none of you were here to pick my team. Okay, well, Deala showed up at, like, the second node, but that was still too late. It was already combat time, so I'm like, you know, we did just do N-Corp, and I didn't get to show off any of the N-Core IDs, so here's the N-Core IDs. Debased. Shit. I'm getting bonged. Ugh. Yeah, their whole shtick is they drain your sanity on evasion. Like, look at
사냥이
that. He
성공적이었네요.
lost like 35
이
sanity.
흐름대로 사냥을 끝내러
Okay,
가보죠.
let's see here. At the end of the turn, deal 3 SP damage to a random enemy. Huh. I don't know what was draining his sanity then, because he was getting like minus 15 on miss. Either way, they're really fast, and they have like shockingly good clash numbers, but they're all like single coin, so you just need to get lucky once. They're also kind of squishy. They're a weird, funky enemy. I like them. I also like them that they're a bong bong bait and switch.
놀라운 명령이네요. 참, 이런 상황인데도 어떻게 끝이 보이네요. 조금만 더 해보죠.
And I actually have not gone through this content since it came out. I forgot how stupidly funny this chapter was. So I always have such a harder time talking about the positives of a game rather than the negatives, because I'm just like, yeah, this scene's funny, full stop. This entire section has been just bereft, just blessed with amusement on my end, but I can't say words to imply comedy. You can see it with your eyes, and if you're not laughing, you are wrong and are therefore full of sin. Gregor, what are you trying to feed us right now?
밀리터리 서바이벌 음식.
Where'd you get that?
이랄까? 관리자 양반. 아이, 기억 잃었다고 하지 않았어? 언제부터 음식에 대해 그렇게 섬세하게 평가했나?
Everyone, question of the day. Which side would you have taken before you now are seeing their answer? Would you have sided with Gregor or Ryoshu? And why is your answer Gregor?
닥시.
닥쳐 시계라네요.
Oh, hello. I like his mouth arm.
뒤틀림의 언어는 해석하기 어렵군요. 반복되는 패턴과 음료를 기반으로 연구해 본다면 70시간 이상은 소요될 거예요.
네? 그때 동안 여기서 치킨을 튀길 수는 없어요.
흥미롭군요. 지금까지 모은 황금 가지와 단테 씨 머리와의 공명으로 인한 영향일 수도 있겠어요.
More fucking fuel for the Ian theory, of course. Because who else would be able to resonate with fucking distortions? Absolutely.
저자가 뭐라고 하는 거지?
Ah. Of course.
좋아. 오늘이야말로 그 시계를 몸통과
Wait,
분리해주겠어.
Yoshi, please.
그럼 둘이 사이좋게 보내주마.
아이, 참안했군 요슈. 자신감 넘치는 그 태도는 좋았지만 이 숙련된 경험을 따라잡지는 못하지. 자자, 내 차례군. 입 크게 벌리시게나. 이번에야말로 마음을 열고 있는 건가?
A good answer. And fantastic. And just like that, no matter which chef you wanted to pick, you're all wrong. Damn it. I can't believe you failed us like this, Gregor. Off the team. Time to kill some chickens. I guess we just pissed them off enough to, you know, now that they want to kill us again. Oh, absolutely. You know, now that I think about it, the way I phrase that makes it seem more like that you are wrong for wanting it, rather than, oh, absolutely, I would also want to try it. Ah, me being subconsciously a bad person again.
아, 이런. 아무튼 놀라운 한방이네요. 이런 동물 상태에 신경 좀 쓰셔야 할 것 같아요.
I mean, it's kind of hard to fuck up chicken. Like, but then again, I have had bad chicken before, so you know, you can be surprised. A lot of the time when you get bad chicken, it's usually like store-bought stuff, you know, you get pre-made stuff a lot of the time. It's a bit of a dice roll. It also depends on like what kind of chicken. Like, I would assume that they are making fried chicken, you know? Because if they're making like other chicken dishes, then you can, you know, add other avenues of failure. Like I've had
조금만 더
subpar
해보죠.
like barbecue chicken, for example.
사냥이
Oh, we're just
성공적이었네요.
there he is.
이 흐름대로
Hello there.
사냥을
What do you?
끝내러 가보죠.
We have an observation log for you? Oh, yes, we do. Performing the post-mortem report as ordered by the executive manager. The entity was first encountered around 1720 hours today. According to Faust's report, it is believed to be a distortion, distinct from the abnormalities we have faced. As such, I intend to avoid engaging with it and observe the development of the situation. But its continued hostile behavior forced our unit to battle it. In the encounter, I was able to see that the entity acted as a commander of a kind. It ordered its chickens, or things resembling the animals, to charge at us in succession. It is assumed that in the basket on its back is where they appear from. In logistics, a crucial plan of victory involves blocking the enemy's supply routes. I would like to suggest taking this into your consideration for commanding future battles. Thank you for reading. It's one faithful lieutenant. Document seems efficient enough. Faust is satisfied. We engage the entity in actual battle. Okay, there it goes. I don't know why that keeps happening. Around 0310 hours today. Thus, I'm writing this report to let you know of my findings. The advice I offered earlier worked as predicted. My sincere thanks to you for adopting my suggestion after due consideration. With the basket damaged, it lost its ability to replenish its chicken-like minions, cutting off further reinforcements. While it may be obvious, this is of course not directed at your sensibilities, Executive Manager, its combat prowess was considerably lowered with its minions gone. Though removing the enemy leader directly using asymmetric forces is considered an efficient strategy in most situations, I believe that this is one case where concentrated attacks and gradual breakdown of the enemy's defenses will prove wise. I hereby conclude this report. Thank you for reading. Clockface can make heads or tails out of your military jumble. I've already given an oral explanation to the Executive Manager. Also, do not use such derogatory titles to refer to them. I have never read these, and they're always great. I keep forgetting. I'm glad that I'm able to go back through and actually read them on stream, because goddamn. At the end of the turn, heal 5 HP for each raw chicken in battle. When the part breaks, gain 1 fragile every turn for each raw chicken that died before the part was broken. If the part isn't broken, gain a damage up for each living raw chicken. Huh. Well, I'm gonna click the win rate button. As you do. Thank you for your concise and exemplary performance, Otis, in writing a report. I didn't know the chickens had one. Alright, let me go check. I was not expecting the chickens to also have one. Get the fuck in there, let's go. I shall now begin to describe those cute yet bewildering things. They're typically naked. Awkward though it is to describe those things as entities of note, but nevertheless, think of them as raw chickens well prepared for cooking, adorned with a pair of round, plump eyes. Behold their adorable behinds. Oh, do they reek of sweets and salts when they charge in. Some taste of spicy seasonings and some harbor the flavor of soy sauce. Though the teeth in their maw may prick the mouth, 'tis inconvenience worth enduring. Wait a minute, is that why I saw you mumbling sometimes? You took a bite out of them? You didn't actually eat the raw chicken meat, did you? Poultry may cause infection when consumed uncooked. Please refrain from adding unnecessary strain to the manager outside of battle wounds. Oh, Don Quixote, we don't got anything to say about this. Let's think we not recognize this log as hers, so she doesn't confirm it. Oh, she can't possibly have her head in the sand like that. We think she is an ostrich. 10 out of 10. Only further confirming Dawn is the least of all of the sinners. Stop eating raw chicken, Dawn. You know, more games need a food report. More games need to do like the Pikmin 2 approach, where there's one that's an actual breakdown of the enemy, and then the other one is all of the various ways you could prepare that enemy as a meal to be consumed. Pikmin 2 is ahead of its time in the culinary arts. Fictional culinary arts. Limbus is picking up that in the weirdest duology of all time. Fuck you, chicken man.
이런 상황인데도 어떻게 끝이 보이네요.
죽음으로 참여하라.
Fantastic.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
이 숫자는 뭐야?
5의 기회 중 2를 소비하였다. 이런 뜻이 아닐까 하오만.
I mean, he tried to kill us. If just lowering the number is enough to like result in attempted murder, I don't really want to know what happens when that reaches 0.
자, 역할군을 한 명씩 정해보지. 어차피 다 실패할 거지. 홍룬 씨는 혹시 뭐 부엌에 들어가 본 적은 있나?
제 방엔 부엌이라는 게 따로 없었어요. 어렸을 땐 간식 얻어 먹으려고 집 2층에 있던 대식당에 몰래 간 적은 있긴
I
했죠.
would honestly like to see how Hong Lu would cook something.
그다음
Just
이상
a full blind ignorance to what food
며칠
is.
전에
What would
다같이
he make?
유통기한 지난 우유 먹고 혼자만 얼굴 멀쩡했던 놈 아냐?
폐까지 스며드는 센슈얼한 냄새였어.
Yi Song's fucking weird. We're not letting him cook.
돈키호테. 아까부터 목 상태가 안 좋은 거야?
내게 맡겨보는 것은 어떻소?
돈키호테. 이거 꼬맹이들 장난할 시간 아니야.
꼬맹이 아니요. 그리고 저쪽 팀에서는 싱클레어 군한테도 요리 시켜주는데 왜
Well,
여기는
hell
안
yeah, I would
시켜주는 거지요?
absolutely eat Sinclair's food.
달기
I
너무
trust him more than anyone
들쑥날쑥하게
else on that team.
반듯하게 잘라야지. 허리는 더 펴고.
네,
꼬맹이, 이건 너무 삼삼한 거 아니야? 난 좀 더 달짝지근하게 했으면 좋겠어.
Why are you having fried chicken be sweet?
달게요? 설탕이 어디 있더라?
파우스트가 보았을 땐 불세기를 더 강하게 해야 한다는 판단이 드는군요.
저건 안 돼. 칼 쓰는 솜씨부터가 글러먹었어.
다들 그러지 말고 직접 거들지 그래요.
확실히 싱클리어 정도면 믿을만할 것 같네. 도련님 입맛이 적당히 까다로울 거고.
Okay, I trust Sinclair. I do not trust the fucking rogues
잠깐.
gallery behind
왜
him.
나한텐 아무도 요리해보란 말을 안 하냐? 잘 봐, 내가 계란 정도는. 에이, 젠장! 프라이팬이 왜 달궈져 있는 거야? 뜨거워서 뒤질 뻔했네.
Damn, he's strong.
최소 140여일은 청소하지 않은
It's a
것
pan.
같아 곰팡이 냄새와 잡내가 난다. 차라리 밖에서 요리를 하는 게 위생상 더 안전할 수도 있다.
나도 시켜주시오. 요리.
And of course they're spouting puns at us.
자, 힘내자. 그레고르.
Why is this the most stressful chapter in the game? God.
시간 됐네.
Man, I should have redone this sooner. 10 out of 10. Best chapter in the game thus far. Fuck you, chapter 5. You're the new hotness to you're not chicken.
자, 맞서보자. 우리들에게 따뜻하고 별것도 아니잖아요.
That's exactly what I was talking about with the whole chapter 2 situation. Chapter 2 was overly lighthearted and didn't focus on Rhodia. Whereas this one is lighthearted and it doesn't matter because we're not focusing on anybody right now. This is bonus content. It's allowed to be dumb and stupid and is therefore the best part of the game. That's Kano. We're getting 2.5s. Oh, I'm so ready for it. We're supposedly getting a Christmas one and that's fucking Christmas, yeah. But it's a Heathcliff Christmas, so you know, we're gonna get something real special from Santa Claus. Sure hope it's not a concussion. And then the other one, which is the one that I'm really excited for, is a genuine Kim lore. Oh yeah. Honestly, one of the things I was the most excited about when it came to Limbus, because if we're getting the lore for all of the... Yeah, I know we're getting Mirror Dungeon 3 as well. See, I love Mirror Dungeons and all that, but I really want to get, like... What were they called? The bonus dudes. The dudes that were like... The dudes from Ruina that didn't actually have an invitation. They're like the bonus people. Like the Ujjat and Alan. And the Kim is in the thumbnail, that's the thing. Like, Kim is directly in the thumbnail about Blade Lineage. And it's like titled to claim their bones. Like the full title is Yield My Flesh to Claim Their Bones. Like, if we're not getting Kim lore, I'm wondering what kind of false advertising they have going on Project Luke. I want Kim lore. He's probably not the character that I wanted the most out of all the, bonus reception people, but he's probably top 5. Plus, I mean, we're learning about a new faction, which is always cool. We've had Blade Lineage just sitting in the back pocket since Ruina, and they're just, what, Kurakumo, but, like, less exciting? And we've had multiple of them as, like, the starting IDs. We gotta get something.
이런 상황인데도 어떻게 끝이 보이네요. 조금만 더 해보죠.
Bye-bye, Chicken Daddy. I just hope we get, like, an actual proper Kim ID. Because I know it's, like, Rodion that has, like, a to claim their bones move, but it is not at all to claim their bones. No way. It does not even come close to matching the oomph of getting that off. Like, they even tried to emulate it by having the whole, like, pseudo-counter theme of, like, forcing it to happen, but nah.
이 숫자는 뭐야?
Yeah, I'd want Kim. Yeah, that's what I would think. Because Blade Lineage and Kurakumo exist in the same universe for mirror identities. It also might be the time when we get a full set where we have every single sinner. Like, I think it was, like, isn't it Rodion that has the skill 3 that's, like, to claim their bones? Or maybe it's Yield Flesh or something like that. But I know Rodion has the whole mechanic where if you have a high enough poise count, her counter skill becomes her skill 3. And, like, that is meant to mirror the mechanic of Yield My Flesh in Ruina to become to claim their bones. But it's... Not only is it even... It's... Okay, they're about equally hard to activate, but, like... Rodion's version isn't even, like, half as good as the one in Ruina, which is kind of what I want. I'm alright with a unit that has, like, an absurdly difficult to activate condition. I just want the, like, payoff for that, because if it's gonna be a Kim ID, Like... yeah. Is she Kurakumo? I don't remember. Either way, I know she has something like that, but like, and at the end of the day, that's what I want for the Kim ID. I want it to be a really difficult to activate condition similar to Rodion, but I want it to be like absurdly good. Like, it would almost become like Cloud Cutter for Honglu, you know, where it's like, this is the move you focus on. Like, you're here for one thing and one thing only. But like, damn. Yeah, Dawn has the OP counter, so I don't know if we want to do it again. But then again, to claim their bones in Ruina is a counter die. Like, it's a 1-coin skill counter die, so it has to be. Anyway, back to Chick.
역할군을 한 명 시청해보지. 어차피
Wait, did I already see this one?
실패할 거지.
Yeah, we just saw this one. Did I accidentally double up on a fight? Oops. Nah, that's what I get for not paying attention. I'm a failure. Oh, this is just a fight. Here, you know what? We just did a fight. There you go. We'll say that we've made it up. There we go. Time not wasted. Shitpost music. Dante is the worst at this because he's an amnesiac that can't eat. He probably... No. No, oh dear God, Dawn.
난 감자가 싫기 때문에 비슷해 보이는 orange를 대신 넣었어.
Orange? 뭐? 누구 마음대로 감자를 빼냐? 이거 어이없는 새끼네.
Oh, that packet sounds so cool. Like, okay, orange chicken exists, but you don't put chocolate with
손으로
it.
닭을 쭉쭉 찢어 먹곤 하였지. 참 별미가 아닐 수 없어.
I've actually had, fun fact, that's actually the kind of chicken that I like. We actually make, at my home, we actually make, like, homemade, like, Chinese chicken, and we do that where you, like, tear it up into slice-sized bits, fry it, and then, you know, toss it in with some rice and some other sauce and cabbage and all that shit. It's great. That does happen. Don't add orange and chocolate.
이거 가만 보니까 입도 없는 놈이 트심만 잡네. 너 이거 먹어볼 줄이나 아냐?
It's going well. Ugh. Like, gag me with a fucking spoon. Because it's clearly not orange chicken. It is very clearly chicken that she added actual oranges to. There is a very important distinction. She has had there was no text indicating she did anything else to it. It's just, here's some orange. Maybe it's like orange zest, or she did that whole like shaving the orange peel onto it. Weird. I think hers is the only one I wouldn't try, because the rest of them, like, sure, Gregor's maybe like military food, but at least you'd know that it would be edible. And, okay, Ryoshu's might just hurt you, to be fair, like, but I would assume that, like, Faust wouldn't make it an inedible mess.
이런. 아무튼 놀라운 한방이네요. 사냥이 성공적이었네요. 이 흐름대로 사냥을
Everyone down in the comments, be sure to write how Kim would make chicken.
이런 상황인데도 어떻게
How would Kim have fared in this event?
조금만 더 해보죠.
Yeah, you can eat a lot of things. Like, you can eat cement, but I don't know if it's particularly good for you. You can, you know, theoretically, you can put anything in your mouth. There's no laws against it.
이런 상황인데도 어떻게 끝이 보이네요. 조금만 더 해보죠.
죽음으로 참여하라.
사냥이 성공적이었네요. 이 흐름대로 사냥을 끝내러 가보죠.
The forbidden Kool-Aid.
좋아.
It makes me wonder if those would have like a flavor outside of just pain. Well, that's where you don't get caught.
침묵하라. 여기.
대단히 휘청거리는군.
이런 동료들 상태에 신경 좀 쓰셔야 할 것
Like, I also
같은데요.
don't think you could go into like a supermarket, pop open a pack of batteries, and just start eating them. You know, I don't think there's explicitly a law against that, but someone would probably try to stop you. You know, so you gotta get more creative about what you're putting in your mouth and where.
참,
참여하게
이런
되.
상황인데도 어떻게 끝이 보이네요.
또 죽었나?
지금 놀라운 명령이네요. 적을 완벽히 파악하고 있으신 거군요.
다 죽어라.
Oh,
이런 상황인데도
he's
어떻게
doing
끝이
the
보이네요.
thing. Hey, it's the guy from that thumbnail that I made. Hey, isn't that cool? Oh shit, he's gaming.
약해 빠져서는
Alright, good fight.
인간을 정화했다.
I love it when you corrode after the fight, like, is over. Like, you've killed all the enemies, but corrosion attacks still have to go through. Very funny every time. Like, all the enemies are dead, but you're just getting lanterned, like, twice in a turn.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Chicken.
아니 이게 어떻게 된 일이오? 먹지도 않았는데 숫자가 깎여버리지 않았어.
주인이 뱉었던 음절수에 비해 너무 해석이 길지 않나?
울소 철회해 주시오.
I mean, Yi Song would probably like it. I mean, it's not actively rotting, so probably not.
아, 시계 자식. 오랜만에 맞는
I'm-
소리를 하는.
I don't know if anyone else
누가
shared this.
먹어봤니?
Every single time he said clock face, my brain immediately reads it as cock face. Every time, and I have to go back over it.
나를 그런 눈으로 보지 마시오.
이 한 몸 희생해서 세상의 비틀림을 돌려놓을 수만 있다면.
젠장 답답하네. 아무나 좀 먹어보란 말이야.
Verso's dead.
이번에 본인은 정말 아무 짓도 하지 않았어. 베르길리우스 나리가 혹여나 책임을 묻는다면.
전
뭐?
전반적으로 간이 잘못되었다. 닭고기를 적절하게 익히지 못하여 비린내와 잡내를 잡는 것에 실패했고 소스는 지나치게 걸쭉해서 깊은 맛이 나지 않는다. 닭고기를 너무 들쭉날쭉히 도막냄으로써 사용자의 입맛을 돋구지 못한다.
뭐? 이거 미쳤어? 말 다 했냐?
아니, 끝이 아니다. 간조합이 너무나 엉망진창. 그걸 먹은 내 입도 진창. 당신은 설탕이 부족하다고 버터 2스푼 반을 잘라 담고 허나 내 입 못 버텨.
미안하오.
이상. 당신은 이름값을 하는 건지 이상한 음식을 이상하게 만드는 건 내 일을 상하게 할 이상인가? 내 이야기는 여기까지. 이상.
변명의 여지가 없군. 잠깐, 쟤 모이씨인 거 아니야?
보통의 사람들은 자세히 이야기할수록 핵심을 받아들이지 못하더군. 그러니 지금까진 구태여 길게 이야기하지 않으려 한 것이다.
I'm gonna do it on release, but for those of you who don't know, because this is something that couldn't really be translated, when Merceau was going through and digging into Yisong, every single complaint he did, yeah, I was gonna say, if you listen to the voice line too, you can hear it. But, no, that's not right. How do I get there? This. Well, listen to his vocals.
이상. 당신은 이름값을 하는 건지 이상한 음식을 이상하게 만드는 건 내 일을 상하게 할 이상인가? 내 이야기는 여기까지. 이상.
He said the word Yisong like 6 times. He's using a shitload of wordplay and puns. Both, he's like rhyming and doing wordplay, all of which are like slants on the phrase Yisong to shit talk him. That is utterly untranslatable because Yisong is not an English word. But Merceau decided to just murder a man.
그리고
그럼 이번에는 메르소 씨가 요리를 하시면 되겠네요.
I still vote for Hong Lu doing cooking. It's just a complete off-the-wall fucking blind man leading the blind kind of situation.
저희가 물심양면으로 도와드릴게요.
나는 조수를 두는 걸 선호하는 편이 아니다.
걱정 마시오. 실망시키지 않겠소.
요리는 내 전문 분야가 아니지만 뜻이 그렇다면 기꺼이 해보겠다.
하지만 대체 짜면서도 싱거워야 하고 너무 달진 않아야 하지만 달콤해야 하고 너무 익혀서는 안 되지만 적당히 탄 음식은 대체 어떻게 만들어야 하는 건데요? 못 해먹겠어요. 차라리 이스마엘 씨가 말한 것처럼 히스클리프 씨와 팔씨름에서 이기는 게 더 쉬울지도 모르겠네요.
그건 그냥 농담으로.
Why you gotta treat my boy dirty like this?
그건 싱클레어 씨 키가 일주일 안에 5cm 이상이 자랄 수 있다는 것만큼 터무니없는 말.
조용히 해요. 다 똑같으니까.
고작 그 정도의 충고에도 징징거리는 꼴이라니 나약하고 한심하군.
그렇게 자신 있으시면 오티스 씨가 직접 해보는 게 어떠세요?
어쩔 수 없군. 비켜서라 패잔병들. 결국 이 몸이 나서야 하는 것인가?
I know it's a limitation, but the hat just appearing on her head is quite humorous to me. God damn it.
메르소군! 이것 보시오! 귀엽게 별 모양으로 깎아봐!
감자는 정사각형으로 반드시 잘라야 한다. 골고루 익혀야 하기 때문이다.
거치마!
정사각형 5cm.
알게 뭐야. 닭 요리가 거기서 거기겠지. 그 잃어버린 레시피라는 것도 알고 보면 뭐 정성 한 스푼, 노력 3스푼 반 이런 거 아니었을까?
아, 감자는 이렇게 요리하는 것이었군요.
설마 바삭하게 구워진 채로 수확되는 거라고 생각했냐?
저를 바보 취급하시는군요. 때가 되면 무르익은 감자 열매가 나무에서 떨어지는 것 정도는 알고 있어요. 농담이에요, 히스클리프 씨. 왜 갑자기 다지기용 방망이를 들고?
감자의 맑게 꽃이 피었어. 이런 척박한 환경에도 결국 봉우리는 튀우는구려.
독이 있다는 신호이니 당장 분질러버려야 한다. 돈키호테, 압수하도록.
알겠네.
아니래요. 탄 것은 탄 것대로 의미가 있어. 사실 탔다는 것은 인간들이 정의하는 허구의 개념일 뿐이고 그 본질은 변한 것이 아닐지도
The way
몰라.
his voice just fluctuated.
고온에 장시간 노출이 되어 겉 표면이 일정색 이상 변질되었고 매캐한 냄새가 나는 걸 타는 것이라고 한다. 그리고 이것은 안까지 탔군. 장기적인 섭취를 할 경우 몸에 부정 반응을 일으킬 수 있으므로 버려야 옳다.
섭섭하오.
말 걸지 마. 집중력 깨지니까. 칼 따위는 사치야. 진정한 가난뱅이는 쇠숟가락 하나만으로도
And that's
모든
true. You
감정을
actually
벗겨낼 수
can.
있는 법이니까.
합격이다. 비스듬한 방향으로 깎은 것에 노련미가 보인다는 점에서 가산점을 주겠다.
아싸!
똑바로 보도록. 재료는 골고루 넣어야 한다. 편식이나 해대니까 키가 안 자라는 거다.
전 아직 성장기란 말이에요. 아마도요.
그리고 영양을 불균형하게 섭취하니까 머리가 그렇게 하얗게 새는 거지.
파우스트는 본래
손이 그렇게 거칠어지게 된 것도 다 편식 때문에 그런 거다.
네? 이건 오랜 뱃일 때문에 그런 거예요. 오티스 씨, 나는 어때?
정신없게 소리 지르지 마라. 경박스럽다.
This is 10 out of 10. Best content.
흘들어도
Man,
돌아가지 못하리라.
I wish I was at a more ease of time when it came to expressing how much I enjoy something. I've had years of experience talking down things, but oh god damn it.
순환이죠.
참여하게
바람도
된다.
딱 좋네.
I must practice my verbosity when it comes to positivity. I am unfortunately a demure man who only knows the sin of negativity. 10 out of 10. Best content.
이런. 사냥이 성공적이었네요.
정화.
이 흐름대로 사냥을 끝내러 가보죠. 참,
불길 속으로.
이런 상황인데도 어떻게 끝을 모르는
Yeah. Honestly, the
조금만
fact
더
that they're
해보자.
I get it. Because
이 방식을
because
기억하는 게
simply just the
중요하다.
fact that we are getting twice the amount of side content. If this continues up the pace, like if we get content at the same rate
참,
like that we have been, but we get twice the amount of side content, I'll probably take it, but I really wish they were
그
voiced.
흐름대로
Like,
사냥을
my
끝내러
god.
가보죠.
Like, the voice acting absolutely makes a ton of these jokes. Like, I just talked about, like, Yi Song's, like, voice fluctuating as he gets the burnt potato ripped out of his hand. Also, me and Yi Song's just like me, for real, and I really enjoy burnt food, too. Like, I get it. I understand where he's coming from. Like, let me tell you, if it actively smells like it's burnt, I would probably actively still eat it.
사냥을 끝내러 가보죠.
It's most noticeable when toast and, like, pizza. Like, things that are, like, dough especially. I will burn that shit like a motherfucker. You don't know how many times in my family that they have accidentally tried cooking something that was bread, burnt it, and they're just like, well, I can't eat this. Time to go put it in the dumpster as they bring it to my room. I enjoy the taste of carbon. It fills my soul with joy.
어떻게 끝이 보이네요. 조금만 더 해보죠.
I mean, Yisong's a little bit more of a freak than I. Yeah, he's the one who was actively enjoying full-on spoiled milk. So, unfortunately, I don't get my freak on quite like that.
가장 순수한 세상으로.
Oh, I'm getting, like, XP tickets from this, huh? It's effectively nothing, but thank you. Wow, 50 XP. Man, I'm gonna take that straight to the bank. Oh! I forgot that they have a little mini dungeon. We'll do this one, because this is the hard mode. A restaurateur's spicy fathoms versus a restaurateur's mild fathoms. We'll do the hard mode version. For people not in the know, this is the same content. It's just that when you beat the normal version, you unlock the hard version. It was for, like, when the event was actively going on. It was for the sake of grinding. We'll just do this version because it's harder. Oh shit, ego content. Actually, wait a minute. Man, this would be the first time I'll be able to show off something that's based off the mirror dungeon on stream. How fun. Anyway, I'm clicking this one because it's broken. Shit. Hey, but no, this is... Oh my god, this is actually the team I was using at the time. Like, it actually still remembers the preset I was using from way back when I had nothing. It doesn't maintain, like, my uptie count, but man. Yeah, say hello to the team I was unironically using to grind this out. Huh. Well, you know, blast from the past, let's do it. You might be right, though, about the whole cutscene thing. I'll do the normal version. It'll refund me. We'll do the normal version. That is playing it safe.
정말 실현되긴 하는 거요?
God, I gotta use, like, She-Dawn, man. This is a blast from the past, goddamn. This is back when I was still being, like, a loser and didn't have every single thing in the entire game. From a time long past. Based on what we had, well, we had a few bleed units. We'll do bleed, I guess. So we had Ryoshu and Heath, yeah. Bleed. So yeah, that's Clarid's probably fine, because this is the student flicks count. Sure. God, yeah, didn't even have any Tets for some of them. We gotta do all the event nodes, because those are usually mini cutscenes. Alright.
신선한 게 있으면 좋겠네.
Look at this Pekachulum. Little cutie. Oh, I'm getting killed. You know, when I told you to do win rate, that didn't mean to just not clash with things. Unironically using She-Dawn. Oh. Well, I'm almost certain back then I was randomly getting clapped, so it just made her better. Plus, I don't think I had anything else for Dawn back then. I think it was She-Dawn or Base Dawn, and I'm not using Base Dawn.
조금만 더 해보죠.
처리했어.
너무 쉽잖아.
효과적이네요.
Nice.
이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
Now, does doing the hard node do anything in this? Yeah. Oh my god, we're back on this time where I have to level up my units. No wonder. Jesus. I'll level up you because when you kill things, you heal. Damn. Like, for people who don't know, and for people who get into Limbus Company now, this is a mechanic that isn't even in the game anymore, outside of this. Like, this is how Mirror Dungeons used to work, where you had to level up your units in the middle of a run like this. They didn't start at your max level. A bright spotlight shines on a portion of the noisy area. It seems as though the chickens are attending a ball. That's the tango. Look at their movements. It might be a dance or a tussle. You notice sauce leaking from one of them. It doesn't seem to be aware of this. Alert it truthfully, gain ego. You saw nothing, gain ego. Or give a few subtle hints. 50% chance of gaining ego. Which one do we want, boys? Horse on in that chat interaction. Oh yeah. Because I don't remember what these give. Like, it has been a long time since I've done this. I don't know if this game has like a proper wiki that keeps tab of these things. Also, I don't think any of these ego gifts exist in the Mirror Dungeon, because there's a lot of exclusive ego gifts to like the main story. Alright, none of you bastards are picking it. Oh, dude, I'll be nice. Little alert. Fuck, ow. Oh, fucking hiccups. Ow. I don't know if anyone out there has ever suffered from this, but my hiccups have always been painful. Ow. Eat me, sauce is leaking from thy body. Don't shout it out loud, you dummy. Notified of its leakage, the chicken quickly ran its wings over its back. Or what appeared to be its back, rather. Giving you the broken one? Aw. Sadly, the knot had loosened on its stitching. Does it mean it can't do it on its own? Approaching with a trail of sauce dripping behind it, held some thread and needle in its hands. Wings. Does it want you to stitch its back? Chicken holding some stitching supplies pleads with chicky eyes. Someone has to do this. Those eyes cannot be ignored. Oh yeah, I remember that you saw nothing. I remember. Sinclair hesitantly stepped forward. Taking the needle and thread, the sinner sat behind the chicken. With awkward but careful hands, they began to stitch the seam with a standard method. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to feel the pain of the needle. Once the sewing was done, it hopped into Sinclair's lap as if to thank them. Sinclair was pleasantly perplexed. Contaminated needle and thread earned. First deal damage to an enemy, inflict bleed by a third of the damage. Nah, not bad. I don't know if it's only on the first coin, though. That could be bad. But, she, Dawn, and Sinclair... well, Sinclair will never be the first skill, never mind. But I know they have, like, single coin, big swing, smacky skills. I'll do all the hard parts.
옳은 선택일까?
I think Dawn has skill 3 is like Overbreathe, I believe, and it's like a 1 coin skill. These are just normal K-Core folk. That's not right. It was Tango Marinate. Allies getting clash power by half their speed against opponents' lower speed. Yeah, that's broken. Well, we have some slow units. Like, Sinclair will never gain benefit from that. We at least have, like, a bleed team. Like, we actively synergize with bleed right now. I'm not too against it, you know? We have 3 bleed units. We have a bleed ego. This just makes bleed even better.
너무 쉽잖아.
참, 이런 상황인데도 어떻게 끝이 보이네요. 조금만 더 해보죠.
Yeah, Overbreathe. There it is. It's not the first skill in the list, but she does have a big 1 coin skill, which is nice. And both her and Gregor inflict bleed count, which is nice.
이런. 아무튼 놀라운 한 방이네요. 참, 이런 상황인데도 어떻게 끝이 보이네요.
썰어볼까?
So not
조금만 더
focused
해보자.
encounter. Luckily, Ryoshi got it at least.
이제 쓸만해졌고.
Big heals.
사냥이
Is she not
성공적이었네요.
getting her heals yet?
이
Where is
흐름대로
this?
사냥을 끝내러 가보죠.
Ah, I need more lust. Okay. That'll come. I guess.
박살
I
내주마.
was wondering why I wasn't getting heals. I forgot that has like a requirement. I'm so used to using her in mirror dungeons and in nothing else to actually use that heal that I forgot that has like a requirement. Yeah, Wounded Claret alone, though, is making it, because, like, that skill of Ryoshi's only really inflicts 1 bleed count, but the fact that Wounded Claret makes it at minimum 6, that's
이런
very nice.
상황인데도
아긴들을
어떻게
해치우세나.
끝이 보이네요.
처리했어.
조금만 더 해보죠.
해체 끝.
Especially if we can start getting some staggers going.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
너 이제 쓸만해졌고.
Level you up because you're dying, and also my best units. This only goes up to level 30. Oh, this is just a normal event. Okay. Reach out, give me the burn thing. Thank you. Well then. Alright.
신선한 게 있으면 좋겠네.
That's not even new content. That's mirror dungeon content. We now burn good. Great.
자, 맞서보죠.
머리통을 박살 내주마.
우리들에게 이깟 파도 별것도 아니잖아요. 효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요. 저 부표처럼 흔들리는 놈이
So much
제
bleed.
위에
Wounded
있는
Claret is
사람이에요.
so stupid.
가서 끝장내죠.
This is why whenever I do mirror dungeons, I like to have as many units that can splash into a variety of different things. Like I have sinking, I have charge, I have bleed. I have quite a few different status ailments. I have a little bit of burn, just in case I get an ego gift that's really broken for
이런
one of them.
상황인데도 어떻게 끝이 보이네요. 조금만 더 해보죠.
Bit of a jack of all trades. Helps up the consistency, so almost any ego gift I get's good. Unless it's Tremor, in which case it can go fuck itself. I also don't think I have Poise. But then again, a lot of the Poise gifts are mid anyway, unless your name is Nebulizer, in which case it doesn't matter what unit you are, that thing's broken.
확실히 빼는 편이 좋지. 이제 쓸만해졌고.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
Alright, which one's gonna be the unique chicken event? Gamble you, I guess. Fuck. That's not a chicken at all.
좋은 요리법이요.
That's rupture. That doesn't help me at all.
신선한 게 있으면
I don't
좋겠네.
do okay. Actually. Well, no, Chef is still genuinely really good. People do still actively use her. Like, I specifically don't use W Ryoshu in Mirror Dungeons. Because a lot of the fights, you're just clicking win rate. It's the same reason why I don't use
이런
Reindeer-ish or W Dawn. Just because I don't want them to hurt themselves.
날 뛰어보라고!
Like, Chef
효과적이네요.
Ryo is the definition
이
of
방식을 기억하는 게
consistency.
좋겠어요.
You don't have to worry about the charge mechanic at all. And especially if you're not using Dawn, you don't have Teleport. But the healing reduction is flat amounts.
참, 이런 상황인데도
And almost in
어떻게
every case,
끝이
unless you're
보이네요.
fighting like enemies like this that heal every
조금만 더
turn,
해보죠.
even then it's like 3 HP. It's not much.
이제
You're using her for the fact that I can cook anything is one of the hardest hitting skills in the entire game. And the fact that whenever she kills something, she heals your teammates. I don't know, I mainly use her for her support passive in the mirror dungeons anyway. Her and Gregor just make the old combo of infinite life. That way you don't have to focus on Chef Rio actually being the one to get the last hit when anyone can do it. Fuck you, Mariachi. We've used you enough. Chicken time. I'm gonna have to play the post battle before we do the fight, because this will kick me out of the dungeon if I do the fight, so.
후, 찾아내기 힘들었어. 특급 비밀 레시피라고 해서 매우 철저하게 숨겨져 있을 줄 알았는데 라면 받침대로 쓰이고 있었을 줄이야.
그건 우리 식당 레시피? 어떻게 찾아낸 거지?
스파이를 파견했다. 최저 시급으로도 1시간 일찍 나와서 오픈 준비를 해줄 아르바이트생이 진짜로 존재할 거라고 생각했나?
왜 이런 짓을?
어쩔 수 없어. 본사에서 제시한 만큼의 실적을 못 낸다면 우리 가게는 문을 닫을 수밖에 없다고.
그래도 레시피는 전부 내 머릿속에 있어. 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반에 다진 마늘을.
소용없어. 개념 소각기에 넣을 생각이거든. 머릿속 기억까지 영영 사라지겠지.
안 돼! 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반에.
그러니까 내가 경고했을 때 일찌감치 가게를 접었어야지.
설탕... 아니, 설탕이 맞았나? 아무것도 기억이 안 나.
그 자식 첫인상부터 마음에 들지 않았어. 검내 금포 붙였을 때부터 알아보았지.
개념 소각기에 넣었다면 레시피는 영영 되찾을 수 없다고 봐야겠네요.
개념 소각기가 뭐? 아니야. 이스마의 표정을 보니까 그다지 묻고 싶지 않아졌어.
네?
개념 소각기라 한다면 기술을 영구 소멸할 수 있는 대표적인 기술이요. 이를테면 파우스트 양이 메피스토펠레스를 발명하기 전의 상태로 돌아가는 것이지.
시간이 되돌아가는 건가요?
아니요. 그저 머릿속에서 없던 일이 되어버릴 뿐. 기술과 관련되어 있는 모든 문서, 사진, 아주 작고 작은 부품 조각, 파우스트 양의 기억까지 뭉개지거나 사라지는 것이요.
해당 특이점 소각기 제품의 비용에 따라 효과와 범위가 다르지만요.
매운 양념이었는지 간장 양념이었는지 설탕이 주재료였는지 아니면 소금이었는지 아무것도 남지 않아. 심지어 가게를 찾아왔던 수많은 손님들조차도 이제 노력해봤자 아무 소용없어. 모두 헛수고일 뿐이야.
마음부터 물러터졌군. 은봉? 그딴 촌스러운 이름이나 걸고 하니까 장사가 안 되는 거다.
은봉은 우리 어머니 이름인데.
말 넘심.
본래 촌스러울수록 정감이 있는 법이지. 문제는 알량한 네 마음가짐이다. 자, 그 글러먹은 태도를 고쳐주지.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the post-fight cutscene before actually fighting him, because I don't want to get kicked out of the dungeon and miss the cutscene altogether. We're doing this a little bit backwards, but it'll be fine. He'll be okay. We're gonna fix his problems and then kick the shit out of him. He'll be fine. You know, it's a growing experience.
어느샌가 중요한 사실들을 잊고 있었다. 그래, 내가 궁극적으로 만들고 싶었던 치킨은 어머니조차 맛있게 드실 수 있는 그런 치킨이었다. 그 한없이 까다로웠던 입맛까지도 만족시킬 수 있는. 아니, 사실 알고 있었다. 엄마가 치킨을 드시지 않는 건 넉넉지 못했던 우리 집의 사정 때문이었음을. 그래서 우리 집에는 항상 쿠폰이 쌓여 있었다. 10개를 모으면 하나를 공짜로 받을 수 있는. 어머니는 그걸 모으고 또 모아서 당신은 입에도 되지 않을 고작 치킨 한 마리를 먹이기 위해. 응? 피자 쿠폰이었네.
엄마는 치킨보단 피자파야.
What the fuck is going on right now?
좋은 작전이었다. 당근과 채찍. 군사 작전에서 종종 써먹기도 하는 효과적인 전술 방식이지.
그게 작전이었나요? 그냥 평소처럼 호되게 막말하고 선제 공격을 한 거랑 무슨 차이가?
나와 예송 소년만이 눈치챈 기류지. 잘 따라와줬다.
감사합니다, 오티스님.
감사합니다. 덕분에 새 출발을 할 수 있을 것 같아요. 중요한 건 레시피가 아니었어요. 누군가를 위하는 마음. 설사 그 형태가 피자일지라도 정성만 담겨 있다면 손님들은 좋아해 줄 거예요.
어이, 저 치킨집에서 무제한 이용권을 준다고 했단 말이야. 어쩔 거야?
나 지금쯤이면 닭다리를 종류별로 뜯고 있을 줄 알았어.
큰 건 아니지만 이걸 받아주세요.
아,
가게에 단 하나밖에 없는 귀한 보물입니다.
하나밖에 없는 걸 우리가 받아도 되겠는가?
여러분이 아니었다면 식당을 다시 열지도 못했을 테니까 보답이라고 생각해 주세요.
그렇게 해서 뒤틀림도 해결하고 이 보물을 얻게 된 것이오. 어떻소? 깊은 감명에 말을 잇지 못하는 중이오.
우리들은 음봉내로 향했다네부터 듣지 않았어.
아예 처음부터 듣지 않은 거였어.
어차피 파우스트가 보고서를 올릴 텐데 못하러 니들의 수다 따위를 들어주고 있어야 하지.
그쪽은 신경 끄고 동키. 우린 빨리 상자를 풀어봐야지. 뭐가 들어있을까나?
단 하나밖에 없는 마스코트 인형 보물입니다. 쓸 일이 있지 않을까 하여
it's a
만들었는데
bongy.
이렇게 드리게 되어 기쁘네요. 웃음.
아니야, 이럴 리 없어. 인형 배를 갈라보면 뭐라도 들어있지 않을까?
그 처치곤란해서 우리한테 그냥 처분한 거 아닐까?
그 소각기인가 뭔가에 버리자.
카로는 이 승객 마음에 들어.
대체 어디가 마음에 든다는?
눈 말고는 아무것도 갖고 있지 않잖아. 그게 좋아.
그래, 그럼 된 거지. 인형은 버리지 마.
눈 말고 아무것도 없다기에는 팔다리랑 몸통도 있다.
Alright.
네, 동랑소장. 뒤틀림은 무사히 해결되었습니다. 직접 확인했습니다. 처음엔 조금 믿업지 못해 보였는데 이야기를 나누셔도 좋을 것 같습니다. 네, 이제 저들을 데려오겠습니다. 이제 어떡하죠?
전 주어가 빠진 문장을 싫어합니다.
저 식당이 문을 다시 열면 우리 가게에 손님이 빠져나갈 겁니다. 그럼 할당량을 못 채우게 될 거고.
훔친 레시피를 개념 소각기에 넣었을 때부터 살아남을 궁리를 해두셨어야죠. 도둑질을 하려거든 집주인도 못 알아채게 해라. 이 속담도 모르십니까?
그런 건 모르는데
네, 제가 방금 만들어낸 말이거든요. 다음부턴 기억하세요. 그럼 이만 손님들 맞을 준비를 해야 해서요.
And now we get to kick the shit out of Chicken Man after he re-distorted again. As is, of course, canon. Oh, this timeline's all backwards. Now we get to murder him. Fantastic.
이게 옳은 선택일까?
It's quite also fun that these little side chapters end off on a cliffhanger to something that just doesn't... That just doesn't need to be a cliffhanger anymore.
우리들에게 이깟 파도 별것도 아니잖아요.
Where's everyone targeting? What's going on? That'll work.
머리통을 박살내주마.
Best boss theme.
저기 썰고.
Not what I would personally say, but it's definitely top. Yeah, the side chapters are a prelude, but it's just funny to see that they're a cliffhanger that's just unneeded now. It's weird. Bonk. Bonk. Oh, that's unfortunate. You should have done better, idiot.
적을 완벽히 파악하고 있으신 거군요.
Where did all of my sand... Soup!
돌리셔야겠어요.
And my team sucks.
관리자님.
Man, the team I was using way back when sucks.
무슨 맛일까?
And I sure hope this soup doesn't kill me. Oh. It's not going well, is it?
무불아위.
Well, now he's fragile. Hey, be nice to Soup Boy. Ow. Get it. Fantastic. It burned the shit out of him, which is kind of nice. But, man, we're getting kind of dinged up right now. Should I, like, actively try playing the game for the first time? I thought that I'd be able to auto-battle my way through this, but man, this OG team sucks. Like Heath died immediately. Alright, we have no ego currently available, so we can fix that by doing this little thing. Gonna have to deal with that little old chicken bucket. Yeah, first we shall hit you, and hopefully I'll just assume that kills from full. And we'll do both of you onto you, because luckily I can cook anything to stupid amounts of damage plus rupture. Maybe not plus rupture. Oh yes, plus rupture. We'll be fine. And then it'll have bleed next turn. Oh! Oh. You got unlucky. Get fucked, idiot. Now stagger that bucket. Fuck that bucket. We didn't even kill the bongi. This is, like I said earlier, I'm specifically using this team because this is the exact team I was using, way back when I had first gotten to this dungeon. I was amazed that it actually still remembered my OOG team, you know? Like, all the way from way back when, this is the actual team I had used back then. Huh. I'm kind of surprised I ever did well. But then again, like I said, I'm not actively playing the game. I'm clicking the auto battle button. Bap. Honestly, Soup carrying right now. Soup is my only AoE, and it's all cost-free. And it keeps hitting the right things. I mean, this is the dungeon that gave you access to Soup. This is huge. Oh, that's not good.
기운을 내게 하는 걸 먹었을지도 몰라요.
Oh No. Why can't you win anything? Hey, Sinclair, why do you suck? And he literally can't win anything. And hope for the best. And get him.
머리통을 박살내주마.
Sinclair does have a good evade, you're right, and that's why I'm using it. I'm gonna lose this fucking fight. I had 20 sanity! That was a 70% chance. And then I missed the evasion too anyway. Eternally punished. I didn't win a single one of those. They all lost.
상당히 즐거워 보이는데요. 뭔가 기운을 내게 하는 걸 먹었을지도 몰라요.
I sure hope I don't just die.
무슨 맛일까?
Bleed, baby. Fucking evasion. Awful. And dead.
저것들
We are actually having to carry with the chef duo.
뭔가 기운을 내게 하는 걸 먹었을지도 몰라요.
We should be able to stagger his body and interrupt these attacks anyway, so this should be fine.
썰어볼까?
He's one hit away from being staggered. Yeah, staggered. Alright. Hopefully to stack on enough bleed to just kill him. Oh, the bleed is from all the coins. Okay, yeah, he's dead.
상당히 즐거워 보이는데요.
See, look at that. Never. See, you all were worrying for nothing. It's fine.
너 이제 효과적이네요.
You see, you just need only the chefs to live. And then you need to also get very lucky with multiple soup corrodes, making soup, like, inexplicably a really good AoE. Even though it is normally a pretty bad ego that you never want to have equipped. 10 out of 10. Good content. Oh no, no. There have been multiple roadblocks. So let's go through the amount of walls that have traversed this point. Okay. So the walls that I distinctly remember. Okay. So the one that is like the definitive one was this one. The first fight against Ida for a lot of people was like a hard ass wall. That one was just a big fucking shutout. Then Ida got nerfed. Then... So yeah, back when the game first released, Ida was a wall. Because Ida's numbers had to get nerfed, and this is back when no one had anything. Ida was like the big step up in difficulty. I think that was the main wall of Chapter 2. Then Chapter 3 had a few. No. Ida, back when Ida first released, she had like noticeably better numbers. And because Ida's whole mechanic is whenever she dodges, she drains your sanity. So she had like better numbers, and it's, yeah. I'm just trying to explain because I don't know if people have actually been here from like the early days. Like, Ida was nonsense. Ida was the first fight I had to like... I mean, I also beat Ida. I know, that's why I'm explaining. So Ida was the first wall. For me, and what I felt was the real wall was these guys. Like, I think it was specifically like one of these two fights for no fucking reason. Like, yes, Ida was insane. Then the one that hasn't actually been nerfed is these guys. K-Corp is insane. Luckily, we have more options to deal with them now, but this is the first time that I hit my wall. It was only briefly, it was only for like a day. I went out and did like a mirror dungeon to get a little bit of XP, because this is before XP Luxcavations existed. Yeah, don't even get me started on the EX ones, but I even had to back out and do a mirror dungeon just because this is around the time the game teaches you about mirror dungeons, so you're really expected to do it before you do these fights, but so that's fine. All of this is relatively easy. I know I've heard some people really struggled on Guido, but I never had that happen. Guido was not a wall for me, and I remember Ida and K-Corp. They're the first ones. Guido, I have seen less of. Like, by the time I think what it mainly was is that Ida and K-Corp were like a genuine filter point, and I know a lot of people like gave up the game back when this game first started. Like it was a full like, I'm done playing it. Because a lot of the time, a lot of people playing back then were gotcha people, and they got fucking filtered, and it was very fucking funny to see. Guido, I have heard some people struggled with, but by that point, you kind of know what's going on. If you've played Ruina, Guido was fine. A lot of it's just about resource management and keeping your roll going. Then in here, as I talked about last episode, there is a fight with, Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying it's the hardest thing ever, but I meant back then it was like noticeably harder. And if you're up to like current content, it's also pretty hard again. But then in this dungeon, there is a single fight against 4 Inquisitors, which for a long time was the hardest fight in the entire game. But they were luckily optional, so a lot of people completely skipped that fight. Way harder than Cromer. And then Cromer was was like the final boss. Everyone struggled with Cromer. Like, it even took me a few attempts. Like, I think it took me like 2 or 3, I don't remember specifically. I think I was like learning the mechanic, and I think I had a few units that used bleed, so I had to like take a few attempts to see what was going on with there. And this is also before Cromer got nerfed to where you can turn off her healing passive. Yeah. But Cromer was the big final boss. Cromer's first phase is the hard part. Cromer phase 2 is piss easy. I'm also talking about these in context. Like, now they're not as bad. Some of them have been just straight up nerfed. Like, Cromer got nerfed, Ida got nerfed, so on and so forth. I don't... And then I can't talk about anything up here, because this is newer, and this is just spoilers. We're not there yet. I don't think anyone got filtered in Chicken. I know some people complained, but people were mainly complaining that you had to do the fight like 60 times. God, if you guys have not been around for when an Intervallo comes out, get ready to fucking grind. Hell's Chicken and SEA I think SEA was better. But fuck me. You had to do this like 60 times. Maybe a slight exaggeration, but even then only slight. It was just grueling. Why did people get filtered on 4.5? I'm honestly curious, because like I know a lot about this game. I've been here since day 1, but I'm not like perfect, I guess I say. There are avenues of the internet I haven't been to that people probably talk about. Like, I would imagine if you're in, like, other gotchas, like, chats, they'd probably also talk about this. Yeah, I talked about it at the beginning. I don't know if this is the same controversy, but I guess I'll recover it. I'll talk about the controversies that we get to. But the first controversy, was, hilariously enough, this. Cromer Faust. It's the fact that this is not that word is not allowed on Twitch because Twitch bad. She is simply obsessed with Sinclair, and it's the fact that like she got an ID that wins. A lot of people got really fucking pissed that there's effectively a shipping canon identity. And a lot of people got mad about that because they're basement dwellers. And yes, I meant that intentionally. I'm not retracting that statement. It's happened again. And we'll get to more controversies as we get to them. But I remember this being the controversy at the time. Was the people were fucking livid. People actually got mad. Like, the fact that these two in this timeline are... I wouldn't even say it's like a romance thing. Like, it's just the fact that she's obsessed with him, you know what I mean? I don't know, whatever. There's worse controversies that we'll get to. There's the big controversy for this game about a certain ID, cough, cough, but we'll get to there when we get to there. That's gonna be a ways away. I'll give my dissertation on it when we get there. I don't want to spoil things for people who haven't seen it. Anyway, that's where I'm gonna have to call it. Because there are some dumb controversies in this game. Anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. And peace. Look at me doing a proper outro for once, huh?